Fantasy world, it's all about the matchups too. You should be thinking about the matchups, and we rely on Jeff Stotts as one of our experts, as a RotoWire.com expert, to give us a good matchup heading into this weekend in the NFL. What do you got for us this week, Jeff?
Well, I'm looking to my man in Jacksonville, the human pinball, MJD himself, Maurice Jones-Drew. I think he's got an extremely favorable matchup this week against the Browns. They're giving up over 142 yards a game through on the ground. I really think he's gonna do well. His last game against them, he rushed for 133 yards. He had 3 catches for 87 yards. And you look at what the Browns have done against the run these last 3 games. They gave up 128 yards to Steven Jackson. Then they gave up 200-yard rushers to Houston, letting Foster and Ben Tate run for over 100 yards against them. And then they gave up 100 yards before that, 134 yards to Frank Gore. So I really think this is a chance for Jones-Drew to really shine. He's been extremely solid all season. He hasn't, his lowest rushing total of the year is 63 yards. His big problem is he hadn't found the end zone quite as much as some people would like. But I think this is going to be a huge game for him. He's definitely going to. I think he finds the end zone at least once, maybe twice, and his rush total should be pretty high.
Yeah, and you look at Maurice Jones-Drew, and again has been a consistent top draft pick. Probably wasn't this year. He was in that second tier of running backs, and you wonder about Jacksonville with a young quarterback. But again, as you're heading towards your playoffs, once again, Maurice Jones-Drew is acting, you use the perfect word, like the pinball that he is.
And the thing that I always like to look at with these guys is what do they do in the different types of weather? And Jones-Drew thrives in the cooler temperatures. He doesn't do so hot when it's below freezing, but nobody really does. But when it's, I believe the range is between 21 to 60 degrees, he does extremely well. He actually runs best in cooler weather. And I really think it's going to be a little bit chilly in Cleveland, which plays to his strength. I think this is a guy. If you took him, you're obviously going to start him, but this is a week that you really should bank on big points out of him.
And right after that, if you have Maurice Jones-Drew, or if you're looking to try to acquire him again, I'm thinking trade right now. I need to salvage one of my leagues. After Cleveland, they have 3 straight home games, and they're against 3 good teams, but not having great seasons. Houston is, San Diego's not, and Tampa Bay's struggling a little bit. So think about the schedule. You think about Maurice Jones-Drew. It's a good matchup. It's your best matchup for this weekend, but he could be a good matchup going down the stretch too.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, like I said, if you drafted him, you likely got him in the first or second round. There was some question marks surrounding him entering the season with his knee injury, but he's shown that the knee feels good. He looks good. They rely so much on that run game with the rookie quarterback. So, if you've got Jones-Drew, this is a decent stretch for him to really try to help you put some distance between yourself and the division, or even make a playoff run if you're, struggling in fantasy.